Grace, unmerited and undeserved favor. In terms of my testimony, my life experience here in these United States of America, of being able, because of grace, be able to transform my faith, really affect my day-to-day actions, and then also be able to get the results it is that I've experienced. That's what we're talking about on this video. We're talking about grace. Grace, unmerited and undeserved favor. Amazing how grace can take a person like me, unqualified, and make me qualified. Yes, I have to put in actions. I have to put in work, no question. And grace, nor the faith it is that I'm going to be talking about, it is not easy. It's just worth it, and it does work, and really makes everything possible. And that nothing is impossible because of the grace it is that I've received and the faith it is in which I live in and live with. So first and foremost, just my faith, how grace, unmerited and undeserved favor that made a person like me qualified who was initially unqualified. And yes, I put in the effort and the action and all that. But there's just really no way, right, that a person like me that came here and decided staying with our family, we were illegal immigrants, became naturalized, and then started this process of being a resident alien. And then in 2010, just recently, really, in my 30s, was sworn in Boise, Idaho, as an American citizen. But even though in those times, looking back and reflecting, just grateful for amazing grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found, blind, but now I see. In terms of very first and foremost, this relationship that I've had with grace starts with my faith, where scripture says to all of us, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So how really grace brought me along progressively in terms of my internal faith, of transforming in a metamorphosis, which I teach and train about. And I labeled my teaching and training in personal and professional development in the 29 industries that I've spoken in. And some of those industries 8 to 10 times in one industry, that really, in terms of my faith, that really has allowed to make everything possible. And nothing really was impossible for me in terms of at least the career, education, and going to where it is, the humble beginnings in which I started, growing up on free and reduced lunch, all the way through grade school, living with multiple families in one home, staying in a garage, wherever a sofa was available. My cousins and I, when they all lived with us at one point, on Sundays, all the boys would, just when we had to, just go outside and just shower with the hose in the backyard. These were the type of things really that transform my faith within, and not be conformed to my circumstances or surroundings or my current experiences, but allowed me to really believe in something that was to come. That in spite of the failure, the setbacks, the life struggle, the embarrassments, the self-disbelief or the self-sabotage, making my own mistakes, not judging myself too harshly, but feeling really inside in terms of faith, being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see, that something better is on the horizon, that whatever it is that I work towards, I can still achieve. I had that kind of transformation because of grace in my life, that look, you have overcome and lived through these things, that now you will be able, should you apply these life lessons and hard motherfucking work, that you can achieve anything. And really, that's where faith started with me, is inside. The inside game in which I teach and train on, where a metamorphosis is a change from the inside out. In my heart, in my soul, in my spirit, in my mentality. The way a man thinketh, so shall he be or she be. Because we think in faith and believe a certain way. Well, really, faith and grace tells us that in spite of the fact of our lack, something will stand in the gap and make sure that we are more than enough. And that's what I talk about when I talk about how grace has qualified me, the unqualified, to be qualified, to be evaluated, to be taken into consideration, right? Faith and faith alone, being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see, believing in that. Oh, wow. And then now the transformation and the metamorphosis within me to now really change to make that thought, that belief, that faith into action. Whoo! And that's really what really transpired next, was this action piece for me. That I saw that if I did these things in faith, and because of my faith, that even though no one else around me has accomplished these things, I really had no one really train me to do football. I just started going around people. And I'm not saying that I'm self-made, because I don't really believe that at all. But I started hanging around. Nobody particularly in my family has ever played American football or American basketball. I've never seen someone else do it, but then I did it. I just jumped in. So my actions was, yeah, I'm going to try this. Why not me? That's the kind of faith that led to action. And then my action in doing it is that I'm not really sure if I'm going to make the team. We're talking about the actions. I'm not sure if my actions will lead to me playing or getting a starting position. I'm not sure if these actions, right? I'm not sure really, but faith tells me, why not? That's the part of how grace has helped my actions. I heard this within my soul, not a particular voice, but a feeling and a sensation of try it. Why not? Go. Even though you're only like 155 pounds to play a standing DN in varsity football, because I was a sophomore, I still didn't know, only playing 1 year of football from my freshman year to my sophomore year. They're asking me to play stand-up DN. I look more like a DB wide receiver, but they asked me to do so. And I was like, well, okay, I want the opportunity. Let me try. Actions. So then grace allowed me to act on the things it is that I was not even sure of, as if they were already happening. Right. And it didn't always work. And even though I got those positions, did my ass get blindsided? Hell yeah. Did I get put on my ass plenty of times because I was a small, inexperienced person in the game of football? And man, these juniors and seniors, they did take it easy on me and still whip my ass. They really did. And then after that taught me, those actions in faith taught me, made me better, forged within me a even stronger faith and belief into thinking and believing that, yeah, amazing grace, right? When I act according to that grace, the things that'll happen to me is opportunity, not easily accessible, that anyone will give me anything. So really, that's not the experience that I've had with grace. Yes, I've had a lot of people along this journey help me, guide me, and help me in so many various ways, whether that's knowledge, some money, a place to stay, food, helping me figure things out. Yeah, but really success and achievement and hitting on our goals, dreams, hopes, and aspirations is something that we have to earn. And how can we earn these opportunities? Is action. So grace was not only what transformed me internally, but it started creating, because I started walking in faith and with grace, the grace that was granted upon me, not asked, unmerited and undeserved. I get it, that I was a selfish, ignorant person, lacking knowledge, didn't have the discipline or the commitment to stay with one thing, that I was trying to search all over the place. In spite of all that, my actions helped me to do just some amazing things and have some amazing experiences. And in that was really the results. I mean, you're looking at a guy right now who was an illegal immigrant, grew up on free and reduced lunch, has had garages all throughout the West Coast and the East Coast, or wherever, a place that was able, that my family and I could live in. We dwelled that way. We rolled that way, trying to figure out month to month, have the electricity turned off once in a while, or the water turned off once in a while, and we had to go and stand in line and all that, right? To where it is today that I'm a keynote speaker in 29 different industries, in which case I have no relevant experience or expertise. You want to talk about unmerited and undeserved favor? How does that happen then, grace? Yes, I do have an anointing and a blessing and a talent. I get all that. But who connects that? I didn't even have a marketing team when all that started. Now I got a marketing team and we're trying to figure things out. But grace still abounds is the reason why. The results, like go 29 different industries that I've spoken in as a keynote, success coach to 4 national brands in 8 markets across America, 32 one-on-one client success coaching sessions. I coach people one-on-one for an hour a month or multiple times a month or from one organization. That is just amazing. To write 1 book, I'm writing 2 more books, a betterment of my first book, and then also Empowerment 101, I think is the title, and I'm working on that right now, but I'm already an author. And then I have a Hollywood radio show out of Hollywood, California, that comes on once a week all over the world on an app. I mean, that's just amazing, the results, right? So amazing grace. And it's really available to all of us. Should we choose to believe? And I'm not just talking about faith and religion, but I'm talking about grace and these types of religions. It is that religion is our action and what we do. And that's what I'm talking about. Thank you for hanging with me and listening on this video about grace, unmerited and undeserved favor, and wishing you all the best in your faith journey as well. And should you have any questions, please let me know. If you like this video, press the like button. Please comment and let me know. Add value to the content, and please subscribe. I will see you on the next video. Until then, work to be your best and live your best life. It is your boy, Coach V. One love, mad respect. Live it. Peace.